G'day folks, welcome back to Pete's Investing. It's January 24, 2024. This is the natural gas price update. We're also going to be looking at some ETFs like BOIL, UNG and KOLD. Now, we did have a divergence that failed in our previous video, and now it's a new divergence that's emerging. I'll tell you what, it's giving us a bit of a headache, this natural gas price, but let's go stuck straight into it. So first off with the commodity price, this is the weekly, daily and hourly for those new to the channel. Now, what we look at here is the CCI 400, which is trending pretty much bearish to sideways, with the CCI breaking below its moving average. The CCI 150 we use as a divergence indicator, and that should normally move in line with the price, with the exception of a divergence. You can see here we've had lower lows during those peaks versus higher highs on the price, and the price eventually fell off in line with that divergence. That was the first one, and then the second one straight after. There was a second bullish movement on the price versus a bearish divergence on the CCI. And again, if you had have heeded that, you would have taken note and gotten out of the trade if you're going long. That also fell well below the 100% level. Now the price has been pretty much fluctuating all of 2023 between that point there at about 2150 odd, 2100, when as high as about 35.80. That was a 23% retracement level. So pretty much bearish to sideways movement on the weekly chart at the moment. On the daily, I've drawn in those support resistance lines at 2153 and 3120. You can see there on our CCI 400, it's broken again below the moving average, and the moving average is also turning down. So bearish outlook so far on the daily. The CCI 150 is also moving in line with the price, no divergence to talk of. There was a bearish divergence back here. Again, the price fell off, hit our target, and that's marked by that rectangle there. On the hourly, this is the what's caused the frustration. You can see here we did have a bullish divergence or a double bottom on the CCI versus the price, and the price failed to hit that target area. So we marked it with an X. I do mark them with when they fail. Otherwise, if I go back in history, you can see there we've had a few divergences that worked throughout the whole process, some bullish divergence back there. Now more recently, in the last few hours, we've got a bullish divergence on the CCI 150 versus lower lows on the price. It's actually just touched our target area. We may see further up movement. The CCI is still moving in that direction. Likewise, the CCI 400 is also moving in an upward direction. So bullish on the hourly at least. On ProShares Ultra DJ UBS, that's BOIL. You can see on the weekly in a bullish mode, no divergence on the 150. On the daily's bullish mode as well. But you'll notice we do have a bullish divergence on the 150 versus lower lows on the price, and that could be a bounce from that support at 2380. So again, slightly bullish along with a bullish divergence, which is a slight positive. On the hourly as well, we do have a very small bullish divergence on the 150 versus the price. The CCI 400 is still trending down, although starting to turn up as well in line with the 150. And I've drawn a little target area there between the 23-38% level of that Fibonacci range. Now, I think to note is don't go long at this point, because the larger trends are still. Actually, I know this one's going bullish, but just be careful about going long. And I would wait for it to break above that 61% of that Fibonacci range before taking any possible long positions, just to let it confirm and really move in that direction. Next, we've got the United States Natural Gas Fund, UNG. This is trending bearish on the weekly, no divergence on that. On the daily, we do have a neutral to somewhat neutral, I would say, on the daily chart. And on the CCI 150, that's moving in line with the price, so no divergence to talk of there. And on the hourly, you can see there we did have a bearish divergence versus the price, and it's fallen off, hit our target, and fallen way below that. Now there's no bullish divergence yet on the 150, so unlike the commodity price. And the CCI 400 is still trending below its moving averages, so still bearish on that one. And lastly, we've got the ProShares Ultra Short Bloomberg Natural Gas Fund, which is KOLD. That's pretty much neutral, I would suggest, on the weekly. On the daily, that's bullish, so that's a nice little bullish move. and the CCI 150 is moving in line with the price. Now that did break below the 61% level, you can see there, just punched below it and then bounced from there. So that 61% is always key to be mindful of, because if it does break much lower than that, it will be a continuation of that downtrend, but in this case it bounced, so always be mindful of that 61% key area for Fibonacci. And on the hourly, bullish on the CCI 400, the CCI 150 is moving in line with the price. We did have a bearish divergence here versus the price and eventually broke down and hit our target area. So that's on the KOLD. So in terms of the economic outlook, in terms of pricing, looking at upward pressure potentials, and that's where there's an increased demand for natural gas in Europe and Asia due to cold weather. And look, there's always going to be cold weather, so there's going to be always a demand, I guess, but storage levels also plays a factor, raising concerns about winter supply adequacy and geopolitical tensions, obviously because of the war in Ukraine and the Middle East, and even potentially Taiwan affairs in the near future possibly. Downward risks in terms of pricing, economic slowdowns, potential for weakened global economic growth, warm winter weather, and then looking at other key trends, supply and demand, obviously production expected to remain steady in the near term, demand increasing domestic consumption for industrial and residential sectors, and technological advancements with the carbon capture and storage, which is a growing focus in this area, and also natural gas infrastructure expansion, export terminals and pipelines. And that's just some of the data sources for further resources if you need to dig deeper and get some further information. So again, pretty much a new divergence is playing out at the moment, so just be mindful of that. Overall though, the trend is still in a bearish momentum, so avoid going long, I'd suggest. Again, this is just my opinion. Don't take any direct advice and trade based on that, but just giving you some feedback for your further research. If you like the channel, hit that like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and see you in a future video.